Hi guys, I have a reformer class for you today that we are going to incorporate some very classical exercises, but I'm gonna put a little twist on them today on the reformer. So you're gonna grab a box for your prop. As always, I will have the props linked in the description below if you guys need them. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You guys can leave me those super thanks. It really helps my channel so that I can keep delivering you guys new content every week. And then you can also join my membership if you guys would like. So let's go ahead. We're gonna get started with footwork today. We're just gonna do a super plain old footwork, nothing fancy. I'm gonna go on to heavy springs today for my footwork. I'm gonna go 3 reds and a blue, which on my balance body reformer is 3 heavies and 1 medium spring. I've been really enjoying my heavy springs for my footwork, which is not like me at all. We're gonna go ahead, lie down. You guys can have headrest up or down, that is up to you. We are going to start with your heels on the foot bar, parallel with each other. Sits bone distance away, so just about that fist distance away. Neutral spine as always. We are going to inhale and push our carriage out, and then on our exhale, we're gonna bend to come back in. We inhale to push and exhale, pull. Again, we're not doing anything fancy today with footwork, just really warming ourselves up. Push, pull, push, pull. We wanna think we're engaging our core to help pull the carriage back in. We have 1 more. And then when we come in, we'll pause. Let's go right onto the arches of the feet. They're gonna stay that same distance away. We can inhale to push back out and then exhale to come back in. Inhale away and exhale back. Now, as always, I wanna think my sacrum stays nice and heavy. My pelvis is staying nice and still. I'm finding length as I press out, and then a nice crease in my hips as I come back in, engaging my low abs as I pull the carriage in. All right, last one, push, pull. All right, once we come in, we're gonna go right onto those toes, balls of our feet, all 10 toes are on. We're gonna inhale to push the carriage back out, and then exhale to come back in. Let's go high heel today too. So high heel, and then bend to come back in, keeping that nice high heel the entire time. Just getting a little more work in our legs with that high heel. Again, inhale away, exhale back, scoop into those low abs. As you guys pull your carriages back in, we have 3, 2, and 1. Now on this one, let's hold our legs all the way out. Let's lower the heels underneath the foot bar, lift the heels high. We're lowering both heels, we're lifting both heels. I still wanna think I'm evenly weighted through all 10 toes, so I don't have any pronation or supination of my feet when I lower and lift. And then I want that lift to come right from the backs of the legs into the glutes. 4, 2, and 1. All right, bend, come all the way back in. Heels are on the foot bar. Slide them all the way up to the sides. Wide second position, still right into that neutral spine. You guys can inhale again to press out, and then exhale as you bend and you come back in. Push, pull. 3, 2, and 1. All right, now once I come back in, I'm gonna pause. My toes, balls of my feet are gonna go right back to the center of the foot bar parallel. I'm gonna press my carriage all the way out, and then we're gonna go into our run. So let's bend one knee, lower the opposite heel. Nice high heels when you guys come up onto your toes, balls of your feet. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's just lower the heels quickly underneath the foot bar, give ourselves a nice stretch. Lift the heels high, bend, come back in. All right, now once we come back in, we're gonna sit off to the sides. We're gonna change our springs to our arm work springs. So I am actually gonna go heavier today with my arms. I'm gonna go 1 red and 1 blue spring. Usually I would have you guys on a red and a yellow, a heavy and a light, but I'm gonna go heavy medium today on my reformer. So heavy, light, heavy, medium, up to you guys. Let's lie back down onto our reformers. And then when we lie down, I'm gonna reach back, grab my short loops into my hands. If you guys did choose to go heavier today, and this is too heavy, you can always change to your long loops instead of your short. Arms are going to go straight up to the ceiling. Hands are right over our shoulders. Neutral spine as always, knees up into our tabletop position, legs are zipped together. Now, on an exhale, I'm just gonna press my arms straight down to my hips for a reach and pull, and then on my inhale, I'm gonna return back up. I'm exhaling to pull down, and then inhaling as I return, thinking as I pull down on my exhale, that 2 inches underneath my belly button draws into my back as I pull down, so I'm really firing up my low, deep core abdominal muscles. Exhale, pull, and then inhale, return, engaging our core as we pull down. Now let's do 2 more. And then the next time we press down, let's hold at our hips. Let's inhale, open our arms out to a T. And then from there, just press the palms back to the hips. So we'll inhale out to our T, exhale, palms to hips. Inhale, open, and then exhaling as we press. I wanna feel my lats, biceps, and core all engage on that press. For 3, 2, and then last one. Now when I press my palms to my hips, I'm gonna hold them there, reach the arms up to the ceiling, open them out to a T, press to our hips now for our circle. So we're gonna go up, open, and then exhaling as we press. Inhale up, open, exhale, press. Again, if you guys did choose that heavier spring and it's too heavy for your arms, go ahead and switch to those longer loops instead of the short. The next time we come up to the ceiling, pause, reverse our circles. We're going down to the hips, opening out to the sides to circle around and back up, making sure when our arms open out to the sides, they're not going past our shoulders. So they're going right out to a T and then straight up to the ceiling. So no Ys with your arms, just a T. Now, the next time we press our palms to our hips, hold them there, bend your elbows for your tricep press, exhale to press the palms down, inhale, bend, exhale to press, and then inhaling as we bend. As always, I'm engaging my core on each exhale. Imagine you have to put on a tight pair of jeans, draw your abs in to button those jeans on those exhales. 3, 2, and 1. All right, bend the elbows, relax the feet. We're gonna hang our straps up onto the pegs. And then when we hang our straps up, we're gonna sit off to the sides. Now, I'm gonna add back on my footwork spring. So I'm gonna go back to those 3 reds, 3 heavies, and then a blue spring or medium spring. Just so your carriage doesn't move, you guys are gonna grab your short box, and your short box is gonna go on. Now, if you guys are taller like myself, I'm 5'9". I'm going over my shoulder blocks with my box, so I have space. If you guys, I'd say, are like 5'7" or shorter, go in front of your shoulder blocks with your box. Either way, if you go over or in front, just make sure that it is flush up against your shoulder blocks. You guys are gonna sit on your box. We are facing the foot bars. Our feet are gonna go into the strap that's on the platform out in front of us. And then as always, for your short box work, just make sure that you have a palm's width away from you in the back of your box so that your sacrums can roll back. Now, we're gonna start with a little round spine. We're gonna reach our arms out away from us. Shoulders are down. On an exhale, we're gonna tuck our pelvis. Think send your tailbone towards the foot bar and roll yourselves down towards your sacrum to the lowest part of your back. You're gonna take an inhale here, and then on our exhale, we're gonna scoop into our abdominals to come back up. We're gonna exhale, tuck the pelvis, roll down to our sacrum, take an inhale, and then exhale, scoop into those low abs to come up. So I'm just trying to get my low back down into the box. When it does, I inhale, and then we exhale to come back up. We're gonna go for 3 more. 2, tuck round. Exhaling as we come back up. And then last one. Pause for that inhale, and then exhale, scoop to come back up. Now, when we come up, we're gonna take our hands behind our head. We're gonna add in a little extra with that. So we're gonna tuck our pelvis, roll ourselves back down towards our sacrum. I suggest going about halfway back this time, so not all the way back. And we're gonna do little pulses up with our chest. So keep the tuck of the pelvis, little pulses up. So think 3, 4 inches up, 3, 4 inches down. Little pulses up and down. 4, 6, 4, 3, keep that tuck, 2, 1, and then we'll come all the way up, and then we can just relax those arms. All right, now once you guys come up, you are going to keep your left foot in the strap. We're gonna rotate to the right side. The right leg is gonna go out in front of you on the box, and then my left leg is gonna be nice and long. Now, hands can either be behind your head or in front of your collarbones for your side sit-ups. We are going to inhale, hinge towards the wall, trust that left foot that it's gonna catch you, and then exhale, you guys are coming up. And I don't come all the way up here. I really like to come almost all the way and then all the way down. Exhale, lift. And then inhale, we lower. We're gonna go for 4. We should feel those left obliques. 3, 2. All right, on this last one, you guys have to hold halfway and then little pulses up and down. 3 pulses up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Rotate your torso to the floor. Take your hands onto the frame and then stretch. I'm gonna take my left hand to the right side just to get a little deeper into my stretch. Hold, take a couple deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, then we're gonna come back center, hands behind the head, ready? Finish that last side sit up all the way up. Now, same thing on the other side. Our right foot goes in the strap, left foot comes out. We're gonna bring our left leg out in front of us. Right leg, you guys, should be nice and long. Hands are either behind your head or right in front of you like a mummy. And then we're gonna inhale, hinge the well. Use those right obliques to lift. Again, I don't come all the way up for this, just so I can really feel my obliques. We have 5, 4, again, right obliques working. 3, 2, all right, last one, we have to hold. Ready, little pulses up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Rotate your torso to the floor. Take your hands onto the frame. Relax. You can take your right hand to the left side if you guys want to. Stretch. If you don't have long arms like me, you can always hold on to your headrest. All right, ready? Hands behind the head, rotate your torso, last side sit up to come all the way up. And then when you guys bring it up, you can just sit off to the right side. So if you're sitting, sit off to the right side, and then we're gonna take our box off as well. Again, we're doing everything with a little twist today. So we're going into snake and twist. You guys are gonna put your box right next to your reformer. It's flush up against your reformer, and mine is like flush up against my foot bar. We're gonna go to 1 yellow spring or 1 light spring on your reformer. And then when you guys get onto that 1 light spring, we're gonna stand on your box and we're gonna face these straps. Now, again, we're gonna do snake and twist here today. So I'm gonna step about center of my box. I'm a little further back than I am center, and then we are going to start to fold forward. We're gonna rotate towards our carriage, and you guys are gonna take your hands onto the shoulder blocks. Now, when you get your hands onto your shoulder blocks, we are going to inhale, press the carriage out, the heels lift up, and then we're just starting here. We're gonna exhale, tuck our pelvis, hike your hips to come in, my heels can drop down. So I'm gonna inhale, press out, and then on my exhale, tuck, hike to come back in. Now, if that's too light for you guys, feel free to go to 1 blue spring or 1 medium spring. It is pretty light, but I do want to make this a little challenging for myself today. All right, last one, inhale out, and then exhale, tuck, hike to come back in. All right, now once you guys come back in, pause. We're gonna add in the snake and twist of this exercise. So hands are gonna stay onto your shoulder blocks. Make sure when you guys are standing on the box that there's space from your right foot to the carriage. You're not right up against carriage, otherwise your ankle will hit the outside and it doesn't feel great. Hands back onto the shoulder blocks. We're gonna press our carriage back out. We're gonna pause here. From here, I'm gonna dip my right hip down to the carriage. I'm gonna look over my left shoulder, and then I'm gonna start to tuck my pelvis, rotate my hips back to the floor, and then I'm bringing the carriage back in on that nice tuck. So I'm gonna press out, pause, right hip dips, I look over my left shoulder, I rotate my hips to the floor. I tuck my pelvis. I hike my hips to come in. So ready, press out, dip, look over that left shoulder, rotate your hips back to the floor, tuck the pelvis to come in. Let's do 2 more. Out, rotate, look over, rotate those hips, tuck the pelvis, hike the hips, come in, adjust those toes as needed. This is the last one. And then once you guys come back in, pause. You can roll your spines all the way up. We're gonna do snake and twist on the other side. So go ahead, take that long box to the other side. Same thing. It's flush up against your reformer. And again, mine is flush up against my foot bar. I'm staying on this yellow spring just to make this a little more challenging. When I stand on my box, I'm about center, a little further back than center, and then I have space from my left ankle to my carriage so I'm not butted up against my reformer. We're gonna fold forward, hands are gonna grab onto those shoulder blocks. If you guys are shorter, you can always step a little further forward, and we're just doing planks to warm up. So we're gonna inhale, press out, the heels can lift, and then on our exhale, we'll tuck the pelvis, hike the hips, come back in. We can inhale, press out, and then exhale, tuck, hike, and come back in. We'll do about 5 more here. And we're gonna add in our snake and twist on the other side. All right, last one, we can inhale out and exhale in. All right, now once you guys come in, pause in, we're gonna dip that left hip down this time. So hands are on the shoulder blocks. We are going to press the carriage out, pause. I'm gonna dip my left hip, look over my right shoulder. I'm gonna rotate my hips back to the floor, and then we're gonna tuck, hike to come back in. Adjust your feet as needed, you guys. Press out, dip the hip, look over your right shoulder, pelvis rotates to the floor, you tuck to come back in. So we can press out, dip, look over your shoulder, rotate those hips, come back in. Let's do 3 more. Get those obliques firing. We warmed them up with your side sit-ups. And then last one. All right, now once we come in, you guys can roll your spines all the way up. We're gonna step off of your box. Foot bars are going to go all the way down, and then we're gonna change to 1 heavy spring or 1 red spring on my reformer. Now, the long box is going to go on, and then when you guys get your long box on, I want you to go ahead, stand in your well. You're gonna face the reformer. You're gonna take your long loops into your hands. We're gonna go in for a little breaststroke. I'm going to be very careful when I do this. I'm gonna pull my box in. I'm being very careful that I don't karate chop my shins with my headrest. I'm gonna step onto my headrest. Hands are on the box, and then you guys are just gonna lie down on your stomachs on the box. Now, when I get here, my bra line is gonna be right around the edge of my box. My legs are gonna be a little wider than hip distance away. And then I'm gonna bend my elbows and find like a little goalpost arm with your arms, palms rotated to the floor. We're gonna reach our arms out away from us. We're gonna open them out to the sides, lift our chest up, squeeze your glutes, and then the chest comes down, bend the elbows to come back. So we're gonna reach the arms out, open wide, lift the chest as we come up, and then bend the elbows to come back down. Ready? Exhale out. Inhale, open wide, lift that chest, and then come back down. Let's do 3, and 2, and then last one. All right, then once we come down, bring your carriages all the way in. You guys can drop your straps onto the floor. And then once you guys drop your straps onto the floor, you're gonna lift your foot bar up 1 notch. Okay, now when you lift your foot bar up 1 notch, I'm gonna bring my hands onto my box. I'm gonna kneel on my reformer right about center, and then hands are gonna go right onto your box. Now, when we're here, you guys, you're gonna start with your shoulders over your hands, hips right over your knees. You're gonna press the box out with your knees, hold, make sure that we're still in our neutral spine so we're not collapsing into our low backs. Carriage should stay still. We're gonna do push-ups. We're gonna bend our elbows wide, exhale, press, bend wide, and press, wide, press. We have 4. These can be big, they can be small. Last one, and then when we come back in, bring the knees in, feel free to stretch back. All right, when we stretch back, we have one more round of push-ups. We're gonna shift forward. Hands are gonna come a little closer, so about shoulder distance away. Worst round of push-ups, narrow push-ups. We're gonna bring our shoulders over our hands. We're gonna press our knees out. Again, neutral spine still. Carriage should stay pretty still, you guys. Bend, narrow, press. Again, they can be big, they can be small. That is up to you. Just try to keep that carriage nice and still. Give me 3, elbows into your ribs, 2, and 1. All right, come all the way in, and we're gonna step off to the side. Now, when you guys step off to the side, we're just gonna put our foot bars back down so it's all the way down. Grab your straps off the floor. You're gonna take both straps into the hand that is closest to your reformer. You're going to sit on your box facing your foot bar, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab the straps into our hands. Now, we're gonna do teasers. We're gonna start with a teaser prep, and then we're gonna eventually go into a full teaser. I want you guys to scooch very far forward so you have plenty of space behind you. Arms are just gonna be nice and long at your sides. Palms are facing forward. I'm sitting up nice and tall on top of my sits bones. From here, I'm gonna tuck my pelvis and roll into my J curve. So I wanna think I'm rolling back like 5, maybe 6 inches. So I'm right on the edge of my tailbone, right off of my sits bones. We're gonna go right knee up into a tabletop position, pause. Left knee up into your tabletop position, pause. Legs are zipped together. When we feel comfortable with our balance, we're gonna reach our arms out away from us. Our shoulders are down, our collarbones are wide. We're holding here, drawing our abs into our back. If you guys wanna extend your legs, you can. If your hip flexors don't like that, keep the knees bent. And then we're gonna lower the arms, bend our knees, relax our feet. Now, this next time we come up, it is going to be a full teaser. Arms are at our sides. We're sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna tuck our pelvis, roll back down again into that J curve. Find that nice balanced position, you guys. Right knee tabletop, pause. Left knee tabletop, pause. Legs are zipped together. When we feel comfortable with our balance, reach the arms, hold, shoulders down, collarbones wide. I feel good with my legs, so I'm gonna send them long. Now, from here, we are going to slowly roll our spines down. The legs lower down as well. Our arms are opening out to a T. When the shoulders hit, let your head go back. So think legs are zipped together, they're lazy. Shoulders, heads, arms, all lazy, and our arms are right to a T. Now, full teaser. We're gonna take an inhale here. On our exhale, I'm gonna nod my chin towards my chest, press my palms to my hips, scoop into my abs. I'm gonna lift up with control, find that balance, shoulders down, collarbones wide, and then at the same rate that my spine goes down, my legs are going down as well. Shoulders down, head down, open those arms out to a T, take an inhale. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest, press the palms of the hips, lift up into that teaser. Pause for your inhale, you guys, and then ready, roll those spines all the way back down. Shoulders down, head down, inhale. Exhale, press, lift back up into that teaser. Take your inhale, roll yourselves back down. We are gonna do one more inhale here. Ready, exhale, press your palms to your hips, nod your chin, lift up, pause, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the arms, bend the knees, relax those feet. Okay, take your straps into your right hand, step off to the right side of your reformer, and we're gonna keep your loops. Now, we're gonna grab the straps into both hands. I'm gonna pull my box in so my hands are holding onto the box. I'm gonna lie down, thigh, thigh, and then chest. When you guys get down here, we're gonna grab the knotted part of your loops, so right onto the rope of your strap, right above your straps, and then we're gonna take our hands to the outside frame of the carriage. Now, legs wherever they feel comfortable, together, apart, whatever feels best for your low backs, you guys. I'm gonna zip mine together personally. My bra line is at the edge of the box, chest heavy, head heavy, arms heavy. Pulling straps 1. We're gonna inhale, reach our palms to our hips, lift our chest. Think eyes are looking down to the floor, lengthen through the crown of your head, and then on your exhale, lower yourselves back down with control. So again, as I reach my arms back, I'm gonna lift my chest, but when I lift my chest, I'm not lifting my head. My neck stays in line with my spine, so eyes are looking to the floor, and then return back down with control. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, pull back, lift, reach. Exhaling as we return back down. And then last one, inhale, pull back, lift, reach. And then exhale as we return. Now open your arms out to a T, pulling straps 2. We're gonna reach our palms to our hips, lift our chest, pinch those shoulder blades together, return back to that high T, chest is down. Ready? Inhale, pull back, lift, reach, pinch those shoulders again. Eyes still looking to the floor, you guys. Return back to that high T. 3 more. Inhale, pull back, pinch those shoulder blades together, reach back. And then exhale, return. We have 2. And then last one. All right, now once we relax, you can relax your arms, your chest, stay holding on to that knotted part of your rope. We are going to combine those 2 movements together. So starting with pulling straps 1, we're gonna reach our palms back to our hips, lift the chest. Now from here, I'm gonna open my arms wide out to the sides from my T. I'm gonna reach my arms out away from me, and then my chest and my head go down. So again, pull back, lift the chest, reach those arms, open your arms wide out to the sides. When the arms reach forward, let your chest and your head go down. Inhale, pull back, lift, reach. Exhale, open your arms wide. It's like a butterfly stroke. 2 more. And then last one. All right, now once we return, we're gonna do 5 reverse. So the arms stay long out in front of you guys. You lift your arms and chest. You pull to your T. You pull to your hips. You return the arms down to the floor. The chest is heavy, arms are heavy. We lift our arms and our chest. We pull to a T. From the T, we go to the hips, and then we return everything back down. We have 3 more. Inhale, pull back, reach, and then exhale, return down for 2. Eyes again looking down to the floor. Make sure that the neck stays in line with your spine. Last one. All right, then once you guys return, relax, hang your straps onto the pegs. You guys can sit yourselves off to the sides. Okay, whew. When we sit ourselves off to the sides, I want you guys to go ahead, take your, we're gonna keep your box on. You guys are gonna switch to 1 blue spring or 1 medium spring, and I'm gonna take off my red. So 1 medium, 1 blue. Take off the other spring. You guys just have that one on. We're gonna do one more thing for your glutes. We're gonna kneel on your box facing the straps. And then when you guys kneel, I want you to grab your right strap into your hand. You're gonna grab right where the loop connects to your strap. You're gonna pull in. The long loop goes onto the arch of your right foot. And then I'm gonna set up with my shoulders over my hands, hips right over my knees. Neutral spine. We're gonna exhale, press our right leg back and give it a little lift up, and we're gonna bend to come back in. Now, when we're here, we wanna think stabilizing from our shoulders and our core. Our abs are drawing in and up. Exhale, press, little lift, and then inhale back. Feel that glute max, hamstring, kick it in. We're gonna go for 3, 2. Now on this last one, hold your leg back, bring it slightly to the right side. We're gonna go down to the floor. Our pelvis should be staying parallel with the floor. We kick our right leg back up. We inhale, we lower. We exhale, we lift. We should feel our obliques engaged to help stabilize our torso when the leg goes down. Glute max, hamstring work to lift that leg up. Inhale down, exhaling as we lift. 3, 2, and then last one. All right, now once we come up, bend your knee. You guys are gonna take that strap off of your foot. We're gonna hang it back up, and we'll do the same thing on the left side. So grab that strap. It's easiest to grab right where your rope connects to the loop. Pull in, long loop goes onto the arch of your left foot. Set up, shoulders over your hands, hips right over your knees. We're stabilizing from your shoulders and your core. On your exhale, we're gonna kick our left leg back and slightly up, and then inhale, bend back in. Exhale, press little lift. Inhale back, think lengthen through the crown of your head and reach through your heels, you guys kick back, so you can find that oppositional pull of the body. Again, I'm in my neutral spine the entire time. We have 3, glute max hamstring, 2, and then on this last one, hold your leg back, ready? Slightly out to the left side, go down to the floor. My pelvis does not shift. I kick my leg up. I inhale, lower, exhale, lift. So again, when that leg goes down, my left hip does not dip down towards the floor, it stays parallel. And I should feel my obliques kicking in to help stabilize my torso. Lower and lift. We're gonna go for 2 more. And then last one. All right, when we come up, bend the knee, take that strap off of our foot, go ahead, hang it up, and then we'll sit ourselves off to the sides. Okay, box can come off, you guys. You can just go ahead, set it to the side. We'll put your foot bars back up to the starting position, and we're gonna finish off with our footwork springs. So 2 red springs, 2 heavy. If you guys wanna go a little heavier than that, you can always go 2 reds and a yellow or 2 heavies and a light. I'm gonna lie myself back down onto my reformer. Headrest up or down, that's up to you guys. Grab your long loops and they're gonna go right down to your feet. All right, now, once we get our feet into our straps, legs are gonna be up just as high as we can hold our neutral spines. We're gonna go into Pilates stance, so heels are together, toes are turned apart. On our exhale, we're gonna lower the legs straight down towards our springs, and then when we hinge to come back up, we're still in our neutral spine. So we exhale to pull down, we inhale to hinge as my legs go down, my bra line stays anchored, I'm drawing my abdominals in and up on my exhale as I lower, and then as I hinge to come back up, my sacrum, the lowest part of my back, just stays down into the mat. We're gonna go for 2 more. And then on this last one, I do want you guys to hold your legs down at a little lower than a 45-degree angle. Heels stay together. We're gonna inhale, bend our knees in for our frogs, and then exhale, stretch the legs out. Inhale, bend, and exhale as we stretch out for our frogs. Heels stay together, toes stay turned apart. And personally for frogs, I like to point my toes as I press, flex my feet as I come in, point to press, flex as I come in, because I can feel a little more work in the backs of my legs and my glutes when I point my toes. So up to you guys if you point and flex with your feet. We're gonna go 3, 2, and 1. Now, keep your knees bent. If your headrests are up, you guys are gonna move your headrest all the way down. We're gonna do a little short spine massage. Heels together, toes are turned apart. We're gonna press our legs back out away from us for our frog. From here, we're gonna exhale, lift our legs. They're gonna go up and over, so our spine lifts up off the carriage. I'm gonna try to click my carriage all the way home when it does. I'm gonna keep my hips here, bend my knees, bring myself into my frog position. I'm gonna keep my toes over my eyes and roll my spine all the way down into the mat. Then when I can't go down anymore, I'm gonna bring my heels back to my glutes. I'm gonna press my legs out. I'm gonna exhale, go up and over, try to find that stopper. Bend the knees, frog in, keep my feet, lose my seat, my toes stay over my eyes as long as I can. And then when I can't go anymore, I drop my heels down. We press out, we exhale to go up, over, bend the knees, frog in, roll our spines down, drop the heels again when you guys can't keep your toes over your eyes any longer. Working on that nice articulation of your spine. All right, last one, we press out. You can go up, over, bend frog, keep the feet, lose the seat. And then when we can't go down anymore, we're gonna bring our heels back and then stretch our legs out. Now, Come with your feet parallel with each other, back into our neutral spine. We're gonna lower the legs down just a little more. We're gonna open them wide out to the sides to finish off with circles. We're going down, circling around, and back up for our leg circles. 3, 2, and then last one. Now when we come up, pause, reverse. As always, my sacrum, which is the lowest part of your back above your tailbone, stays nice and heavy. My pelvis is staying nice and still. The movement comes right from the head of the femur in that acetabulum. Let's do 2 and 1. All right, now once you guys come up, you can lose your neutral spine. Let's bend your knees, bring the bottoms of your feet together. I'm gonna pull my straps, just give those adductors a nice stretch. I'm gonna take a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through my mouth. All right, on my next exhale, I'll take the straps off of my feet, hang them back up onto the pegs. When you guys hang them up, you can sit yourselves off to the sides. You guys are all finished. I hope you enjoyed that class. Again, some classical exercises with a little twist today. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You guys can leave me those super thanks. Join my membership. I so much appreciate you guys. Thank you.